Welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Part 8, where I get to play basically the entire trilogy. But as of right now, we are on Part 8. We are on Episode 3, Turnabout Samurai of the first game, and it's Day 2 of the investigation. Last time we checked, we just accused a sweet old lady that she, is the murderer. How will this play out? Well, let's find out. Whew, what a day.
This is no time for relaxing, Nick! Say, you think WP's got a chance?
I guess that really depends on the people we found out in today's trial.
The director and producer?
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios!
Okay, let's head to the studio.
No one's here.
Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the guard station, look! She left her donuts! What? I wasn't gonna eat them.
Alright.
Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after all the commotion at today's trial.
So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Oh, yes.
Here we go. Ooh.
This is Studio 2?
I thought so.
It doesn't really look much like a studio, does it?
No, that it does not.
Hey, there's a trailer over there.
It looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer. Are we sure this is a studio?
Are we sure this is a studio?
Okay, so let's move to here. Move to employee area.
Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys.
Oh, don't mention it.
Is it true that they caught the security lady?
Oh.
Actually, she's just called me. She told me to cover up that drain.
You mean that one? Wow, what a mess.
I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right?
I can't speak.
Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, I remember. These things happen. Nothing to worry about yourself. You're right. I won't.
Personally, I think she should just worry at least a little bit more.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right. See you later then. Good luck with your investigation. This is where the steel samurai costume was on the day of the murder.
That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess I snuck in and took it while he was sleeping.
But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then.
Huh. She's got a point. Alright. Okay. Let's move to outside Studio 1. Let's move into Studio 1. Yeah, it does a lot.
I don't really want to be in here.
Yeah, it is a murder scene.
I want to go someplace else, Nick.
Okay, let's examine the areas. The new areas, at least. Examine, yeah. Go to the stove. An incinerator. Apparently, they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Oh? Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate the T-bone steaks too.
What is it with the steaks around here?
Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place.
What?
I don't know. It just feels odd.
There's some flowers here.
Oh wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous.
Nick, let's go inside.
You think it's okay? Oh well. Oh well, it's locked.
Aw, shucks.
On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been in here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. These look like materials made for making a movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard.
Alright, let's see. A light fan for moving staff and equipment around. They kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
But look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
Totally random there. Also, a lot of sus things going on here if you really think about it. Alright, let's go to the studio main gate. Let's move to the detention center? Oh, Will Paris. Okay, here we go. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth.
You can say that again.
Let's not.
So WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small.
We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Steel's evil magistrate should move.
Why didn't you tell us that before?
Well, the studio asked us to keep quiet.
That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big.
I see. Whose side is she on?
You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you?
No, I sure hope not. Do fanboys sneak into the studios often? No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them.
But in today's testimony, didn't she say that there was often hanging around?
The kids really love Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Alright, let's move back to the main gate. Let's go to the employee area. Maybe we'll find something. Examine. Go here. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Okay, let's move over here.
So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, she came in through that drain.
So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry.
Hey, Nick. What if the drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in?
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you?
What do you want to rip the... What? You want to rip the grate off?
Really, Nick? We can?
Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Well, I guess some things just made to be broken.
Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes.
Sometimes.
Hi-ya! There. That should make the kids happy.
The things we do. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it.
Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that?
Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Alright. Let's move into the dressing room. Then move into the employee area. Wait, main gate?
Oh, hello. You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my cameo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing.
Let's talk to her. Do kids
Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think that there's many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of a problem catching him, though.
I heard something at the trial today. It said that the director and producer were here at the day of the murder.
Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio had seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So, they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved the studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer.
The producer, huh? Alright. So let's go to the employee area. Let's move the dressing room, maybe?
What the fuck? Who are you dudes?
Oh, wait, no.
Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me.
Whatever, lamers. How could you not know the great Salmonella? I make lead shows that Steel Samurai. Mine! Read the film critics!
Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. You look so sorry.
No, quite alright, really. It's fine.
What is it?
You know, a closer inspection. Yeah, hot. Hey, don't you do a lot of cosplay because you're constant rock stars.
Rock stars? What? Hey, you're drooling.
Buffer override. You trigger my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to Steel Samurai. Pink Princess, warrior of little old Tokyo. Roll it for a laughing, laugh my ass off.
Pink Princess? Why's it gotta be little old Tokyo? Why can't it just have the cool name like Neo Old Tokyo?
Maya, we really need to talk about cool.
Did
Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder?
Oh, you know who two dudes are? I know who two dudes are. The security lady told you about us, eh?
That's right.
It was pretty regular day. We had a run through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch.
A T-bone steak, was it?
Yeah, sucksers. I hate missing out on food.
Nick, what does sucksores mean?
No idea.
Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon until after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network.
Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you.
Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills on the way. Scary though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the only one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai.
You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right?
Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 the whole time.
Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning?
Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors and a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension.
Were all of them with you the entire time?
Yeah, unfortunately. They were all gray-haired geezers.
Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. Let's see, present something. Let's see, let's move. No, wait, no. Gotta go back. Gotta go back into the dressing room. Okay,
This is WP, right?
how do you know?
Well, he looks obviously. Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot.
Oh, right. The director would know about the injury. He was there.
I try not to pay too much attention to things that don't interest me.
Why are you staring at me like that?
Okay, it's not that. Yada, yada, yada. He's all creepy.
I ain't a pervert.
That should 100% be something you should be concerned about. Alright, so let's move to the employee area. Let's see. Move again to here. Talk. The studios. Let's try that. So how are the studios doing?
There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder.
You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
That's something I should do. That's something I gotta do. So, I'm gonna go back to the employee area, gonna examine, gonna skim over here, and use this as the remains of other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of these plates minus the steak. No, doesn't look like anything else. Alright, let's move. Let's move out of the dressing room. Move outside Studio 1. Let's move into inside Studio 1. Move outside Studio 1. Okay, let's examine the area. That's the security camera that automatically takes pictures of people here. It took 2 pictures on the day of the murder before the actual time of death. One of them was the Steel Samurai. The other was a grade school boy. It doesn't seem to be switched on today. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard because I gotta figure this out. We know we got 2 people here. We know this for a fact. Can you take a look at this?
That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this anyway?
Looks like she didn't know about the photo or the injury that morning. Never mind. Okay. Oh, gotta move again. Alright, gotta think here. Wait. Let's try this. Dressing room. Go back in. Talk. No, I said all the topics needed. And I showed him all that. With him looking a little creepy. Let's see. Let's move to... Studio 2. Let's try that. Let's try Studio 2. Let's go to there. Oh! It changed. Okay, here we go. This place is deserted.
Nick! What was that noise?
It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside.
Hello?
No answer.
Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick.
Let's go in.
Let's go in.
I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked.
What? We don't have a key?
No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it.
If they'll let us. Okay, here we go.
Aha! You again! How rude acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got back to...
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
The police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on, can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall.
As soon as they saw, there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking loud for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This lady's too much. About that kid you saw?
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious.
About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder?
If I see him again, I'll take him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it.
Okay, let's examine over here the computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. Alright. Yeah, I have to wait. Let's go to the employee area. Ooh.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey, wait!
I bet he came in right through that drain.
Hey, I'm Kiddio. What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't call me that. Uh-huh, but you are a kid. What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to, that's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see any adults here, hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked.
You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad.
I
I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddo again, I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer.
So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you utter that name, evildoer?
What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side.
You can't fool me.
Okay. When was the last time? What was the last line that the innkeeper said in episode 8?
Ha! Easy. Want some fries with that?
Not bad, Kiddo.
Watch it.
What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything?
He always... The Steel Samurai always wins. Always! Yeah, I saw them. I saw everything.
What?
But no, wait, am I telling you, losers?
What? Wait!
Let me go!
He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting here, I wonder? Sleeping pills. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's move here. Let's get away from Mr. Pervy, man. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post.
Hey!
Nick, that was her!
Stop, whippersnapper!
Yeah, that sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Natch!
Oh, she tripped. That sure looks happy. Examine the area quickly. Come on. Hey, Nick! Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? All right. Next stop, Trailer 2. Let's move to outside Studio 2. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great, let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Not that eager. Eek. Someone's in here. Names? Our names? We're WP's lawyers and, I see. And who might you... Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez, she's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script? Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her!
Hey, don't get mad at me.
About the director. Salmonella, was it? Exactly is his role here?
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else.
Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird?
It's starting to look like it.
Nick, let's get out of here. This is someplace. Isn't there someplace else we have to check?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes?
If you see Manila, give him this.
Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her.
Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright. We'll give it to him if we see him. Alright. Let's get a move on it. Outside Studio 2. Let's move to Outside Studio 1. Let's move to this main gate. Let's move to the employee area. And let's move to the dressing room. And let's present. Here, I got this from the producer.
Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13, where'd I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it.
Nick, I might be quicker to just look at all places where he's likely to have been.
I agree. Let's move to the employee area. Since he was there that morning, there could be a sign somewhere. Actually, let's move. Studio main gate. Move to outside Studio 1. And let's move to inside Studio 1.
We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need to get out of here, Nick.
Alright. I believe it was this.
Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I always wanted to sit in one of these.
The director? The director! Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about?
Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick! The script!
Good work! Alright. Now, back to... Now. It's time to go back to the employee area and into the dressing room. Now we must show him the script. We found your script.
Woo, thanks! Still, I don't know. That woman is to be praised is to be feared when you bring something to her late. Say, do you think two dudes could take it down there for me? Thanks.
Is that producer really that scary?
Well, she certainly is not normal. Let's do it. And, okay. He's creepy. Alright. Let's move into the trailer. Let's present her with the script. Here, we found it. Your script.
Ah,
You're not going to talk to us?
quiet. I'm reading.
Just you hold on! What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are?
Howard's his lawyers.
Right.
And am I a suspect?
No, we're just, well, no, but...
You wanted to know about the day of the murder.
Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help.
You know, there was a meeting here at noon.
Yes, with the director and the people from the network.
Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave.
Impossible? Why?
The path was blocked.
The path? The path? Talk. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked?
You saw the monkey. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct?
Mr. Monkey?
The monkey with the broken head.
Oh, right, that. What an original name.
Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus none of us could have gone to Studio One.
What?
It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they corroborate my story.
But wait! What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio One.
2:30, time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks.
1
Ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking.
It is a monkey after all.
Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke.
Nick, stop at 2:15.
2:15?
That's right. The path was blocked from 2:15 until after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. Died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye.
Okay.
What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who would kill Mr. Hammer. It's over. We're finished.
It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim.
It's a little early for giving up, don't you think?
Huh?
We've got one lead.
But Mia, it's you! What took you so long?
Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble.
Right. Oh wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble.
I'd say so.
What did you mean we have one lead?
The boy, of course.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything.
What?
But no way I'm telling you, losers. I don't know. He sounded like he wasn't going to help us at all.
I'm sure you can find some way to bring him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix.
Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Here we go. Back to the studios. What's wrong?
Whippersnapper!
She's been chasing that boy this whole time?
When I catch him,
Sounds like she hasn't had any chance catching him.
I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper!
A hostage?
What's
this about a hostage?
When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back with this one.
It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing.
Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that.
Good idea. Miss Olback.
No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do.
Phoenix, do you have anything that you might trade with her?
A trade? I wonder. Miss Olback, I'm borrowing this, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Just be sure to give it back.
She's not demanding when she's exhausted. Something to trade, huh? Let's move. Outside Studio 1. Let's move to the employee area. Oh, here we go. Hey! Hey you, wait a sec.
Phoenix, was that the boy?
Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins.
I think he ran into the dressing room.
Move into the dressing room. Sure to be in here somewhere. Found you.
Damn it, he's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. How did she? Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please?
I'm Cody.
Well, Cody, I'm Mia Fey. Nice to meet you.
Yo!
And I'm Phoenix Wright.
Who asked?
Phoenix, can you take it from here?
I'm not so sure I'm qualified. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please?
I don't know nothing.
Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe? Maybe a bribe.
Hey, Steel Samurai! Huh? Why is he dragging his foot like that? Where'd you get this anyway?
Okay, let's move. Oh, wait, no. Move back in. Talk about Steel Samurai. Maybe he might know something. The Steel Samurai is so cool, I think he's, the bomb.
Ha! What would a lamer like you'd know about the Steel Samurai?
Hey, watch the attitude.
Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid.
Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid.
Okay, so let's move. Move. Okay, so we know what we need to do. We need to get a trade. We need to trade. We have to find a way to trade for the, we have to find a trade. Let's see. Move, trailer. She isn't here. Another old movie poster, The Stinging Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurais sing about? Chopping off heads?
It's a samurai musical set in ancient Japan.
A samurai musical? Is that even a genre? Well, I'm impressed. You know your stuff, Mia.
Oh, Maya's a real fan. She just picked a little up. I just picked a little up.
What's this? It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They got some figures on how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend this much money on those sets. Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. This poster looks like it's been hanging here for years.
This one's one of Maya's favorite movies.
Maybe we should replace this poster in the office with this one. would be kind of sad. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. This is where they had that meeting. There were documents and paper cups scattered about. Nothing in here? That could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Okay. Let's move to outside Studio 2. Let's move to... Wait, no. Examine the incinerator just in case. An incinerator. Apparently it's just been put in... They just put in this one. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alright, let's figure this out. I have to figure out what I gotta trade the old lady. This old windbag. I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure this out. Wait, what's this?
Hey, that's a card. Studio 1.
Right. A car key to Studio 1.
I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. Ugh. I was his fan.
You don't have your own card, Miss Olback?
Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then?
If I give her the card key, I won't be able to get into Studio 1. Lend her the card key. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Olback.
Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal?
What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card?
The Sinky Kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about.
Right, I'm off.
There she goes, hobbling towards the studio. Alright, well now we got the hostage, and I believe that is what will persuade him. Cody, this look familiar?
Hey, you are!
You are,
You are, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
I'll give you this if you help me.
But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect. Eschewing is the very basis of our consumer policy, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in schools these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card.
Huh?
I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours.
What? After all I went through all of that trouble?
If you want to trade me a really rare card, buy me a really rare card.
Really rare? You mean like there's something rarer than ultra rare?
Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for grown-up, you sure are dumb.
Premium rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? Okay, well, let's see. Ultra rare premium card, huh? Okay, let's move to employee area. Studio main gate. Move to outside Studio 1. Move outside Studio 2. Move to the trailer. Here we go!
Oh, hi.
Hello, what brings you here?
Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff.
Yeah?
The, girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before?
Nope, she is the same as always.
Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set.
A complete set?
Yeah, a set of one of each card.
Huh.
Wait! That's it! That's the card I need! You don't know how long I've been looking for it! I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am, I need that card! Please, I beg you, please trade with me!
Trade with you?
Yes, trade cards! I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card!
Yeah, huh?
Yes, that's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please! Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everyone getting so excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks! Then this is for you.
URP card added to the card record.
Yahoo!
And there she goes.
Doesn't doing good things make us like that make you feel great?
Yeah, it does. Well, we got the card we need, now we gotta go to that kid. Now we have to go to that kid. See this card?
Yeah, so wait! That's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need! Come on, give it to me, please! You gotta give it to me!
Wow, I've never seen him so eager.
Right, okay. How about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot.
No. Not that kind of trade. I don't want cards, I want information.
Huh? You sure? Fine by me.
Your peak, get card given to Cody.
Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow.
You were here on the day of the incident, right?
Yeah.
Did you see anything unusual?
Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto, for great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice, too.
I saw everything.
Well. We might get some useful information out of him yet. So, you like the Steel Samurai?
He's so cool.
I guess.
You're judging him based off his looks, and you have to look at his actions, at his life.
I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler.
You like him too, don't you?
Oh, me, yeah. I love the Steel Samurai.
So tell me, what is your favorite thing about tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is.
Got to think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes.
Yeah, Wizam! Steel Samurai always wins, always! Check this out, it's my fan album.
What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai.
I go to every live performance.
Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public?
I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands on the final blow. Wizam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check it out, my new digital camera.
Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it?
You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always! Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home so I can always make another one.
Well, I'm very happy to accept. Thank you.
What's the people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident?
I got here that day around 2. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady couldn't see me. I got kind of lost though. I was there for maybe half an hour or so. When I finally got to the studio, after that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used the Samurai Spear just like always. 1 shot, 1 kill. It happened so fast I got scared. I went home after that.
I see. It must have been hard for you.
Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart.
Right. Mia?
Yes?
I think we can say for sure that this means the Steel Samurai did it.
True enough.
And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him.
Indeed.
So, the only person left it could have to be is Will Powers.
I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure.
Let's not call him then.
I think it would be wise best to leave this one alone.
Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here is a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You got a real rendezvous with me down in the precinct.
No, I ain't going! Wah!
That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia?
Well, I really need to be going.
Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa! Come to trial tomorrow, please! I need you there!
Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent?
Of course he is!
That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then.
Great. Thanks, Mia.
See you soon.
To be continued. Oh my gosh, it leaves on a cliffhanger. Oh boy. Now that being said, I will see you all in part 9. This is gonna be so interesting how it's gonna play out with this kid.